Hello, everyone. My name is Mehreen Mirza, and I am the Senior SME and Product Trainer here at CommunityForce. Many of you might already be familiar with me, as I am with most of you. I have been here at CommunityForce for over 7 years now. I have been a part of various departments during my 7+ years of experience here. I've been part of implementation, client support, and client success teams. And I'm here to present the features on our new version release of 11.1. Now, this new version is packed with enhancements that are designed to streamline your application process and improve your overall user experience during your application cycle. What is included in the new 11.1 version? Effortless cloning, reporting flexibility, increased security, and there are some enhancements for our grant solutions as well. That is new member registration, managing organizations, in addition to some of the functionalities that are already mentioned in our release notes. So let's take a closer look at what is in store for all of our users. As you can see, I am on my home screen here. Number one is being able to clone our funds. And we know how many of our clients have been looking forward to this functionality. As you can see, when I'm on the Manage Application Fund screen, I now see an option to clone my fund. I can simply click on that fund clone option, and either I can save that with the same name, or I can click on clone and edit. The system will still allow me to edit that fund that I just cloned and create a new fund altogether. There we have number one, the fund cloning option. Let's go to the home screen because the rest of the cloning and duplication options are actually present on the home screen that help us efficiently build our application. As you're already familiar, we have the clone existing application option, right? Apart from this, we have added few more cloning and duplication options within the application build. That is just going to make things so much more faster and quicker. So I'm going to click on the application settings. And go into sections and questions. As you can see, I'll go into academic information section. And here I have my question duplication. Now I can pick and choose which question I'd like to duplicate. And why are we calling it as duplicate? Because we are allowed to duplicate that one question in one click multiple times. For example, I want to duplicate this one question 5 times. So it is going to be duplicated 5 times. Some of you might wonder, why do I need to duplicate a question 5 times? Because some of our clients do use some questions that have similar information being asked in different sets. Year of graduation, or for example, let's just say the majors that you're doing, or funds that have already been given to you, activities that you've completed, years that you're asking for. So all of that information requires you to be able to input that information on similar questions. And of course, once you duplicate a question multiple times, you're also allowed to edit the questions. So that is duplication of questions. Apart from duplication of questions, we also have the option of cloning. It's question conditional logic. There we have a question conditional logic here with the green text, as we can see. I can pick that question and I am going to click on more options, click on clone conditional logic. I can pick that section wherever I'd like to place a similar conditional logic on another question in maybe the same section or another section. So maybe I want to place it in the same activity section, right? I'm now going to get a list of all the questions present on this question, on this section, and then I can click on clone and clone that conditional logic. I'm going to click on exit for now. I do not want to clone the existing conditional logic on any other question. There we have it. So we have duplication of questions and cloning the question conditional logic. Let's go back to sections and questions because we have something else here on our sections and questions as well. Cloning section conditional logic. Do we see that? Now I know under the DHE scholarship, there is a section conditional logic that is present. Pick the section, click on the drop down, click on clone section conditional logic, and I can carry over the same conditional logic same dependencies on any other section on the same application. This is going to be so much more helpful, especially for our clients who are not really very well versed with adding or editing the conditional logic. So cloning duplication is what we've covered till now under Manage Application Funds, home screen, application settings, section conditional logic, question conditional logic, and duplication of questions. Let us go on the very same application build. Go into Manage Fund Criteria Information. Because now we have another cloning option that is going to help you. Why is this helpful at this point of time to be able to clone a eligibility criteria? Some of our clients do get new funds each year, which is a great thing, right? If you get new funds every year, you are allowed to obviously clone those funds into the system. Create a fresh one or clone an existing fund, create a new one. Assign that fund to the application. Once you're done with that, if there is a similar criteria, maybe the AJG fellowship is, the criteria is similar to the AHL scholarship, I can pick the fund, click on clone fund criteria, and I can clone it over to my AJG fellowship. So that's a good way of copying over an existing eligibility criteria from into a new fund. That is about the application creation and how we have enhanced the entire process for you to make it faster, make it efficient, and make it quicker so you do not have to waste time. Let's face it, time is precious. And with this enhancement, you can save some valuable time to work on other aspects of your application process. Now the application is built, as we understand, right? Everything is done. The application has been built. Criteria has been added. What comes next? The next step of our application process is evaluations. So let's go into evaluations. And for those of our clients who use the Manage Automated Scoring criteria, there's some good news for you as well. There's some enhancements that we've done on the Manage Automated Scoring. I can select the fund. I can clone that criteria into another scholarship. There we have it. And I can click on OK. So I can clone the automated scoring criteria from one fund to another fund. Also, I can clone the existing criteria, individual criteria within the same fund as well. I can delete, I can create more, and I can also edit. So that is going to give you so much more room to work with the automated scoring criteria. Now, since the automated scoring criteria has been completed, everything is set, we now need to pull some reports. Let's go into Manage Reports. And automated scoring report. Now we need to analyze our data, make our decisions. Who gets the award, right? Let's go into our scoring report, automated scoring report. I can also export this report now into an Excel format. So another enhancement for our users who are using the automated scoring criteria and the automated scoring report. While on the topic of reporting, let's go to global reports. What is there on the global reports? Another layer to filter your applicants based upon the active or archived applications. Now, if I click on Create New Report, you see filter by application. I can filter them by applications depending upon whether they are in the archive folder or the active folder, or only from the ones from the active list or the archive list. This way, there is a little bit more accuracy to work with more enhanced data. And then, of course, it is going to help you with this sort of analysis in the data processing. So that is the flexibility and additional layers of filters that we've added so that you can pull your reports accordingly, targeting at the right source of data that you're looking at. That was about global reports. Now, before we proceed into the increased security option or the increased security on your website, let's go over two such enhancements for our grants platform. So for that, I will have to move to my grants webinar site. And here, what happens is there is a new enhancement that is new member registration and managing the organizations. New, not new, but enhancements that we've added to the system. So what are these two enhancements? Number one is when a user creates their user account. Now, these are exclusively for grants. So whenever I create a user account under my organization name, here we have it. And I'm going to give myself as CF test, and I'm going to call myself as test applicant. I will give myself a number and the password. Confirm the password. Now you see there is a reCAPTCHA. We've integrated this into the system. Now, why is this important? Because your data is valuable. And we are committed to ensuring that it remains secure throughout every step of your process. We will not allow any spam accounts to be created on your site. Also, it says kindly input a valid email address. The reason is this account, this inbox will receive a verification code. And I'm going to show you how. Once I click on submit, there it says success email verification code sent. I have received it in my inbox. I'm going to copy and paste that verification code that I just received. Copy it and paste it here. This will ensure that none of my users have fake accounts. And the information or the communication is being targeted to the right audience. Now, as you can see, there is a prompt on my screen that says, thank you for registering. The organization you entered already exists in the system with the primary contact. Now, because you created this user account, maybe later after the primary contact has created their account, you are not going to be given access as the primary contact. Now, if you need access as a primary contact to the applications or the website, you will need to contact the primary user of your organization. And then I'm going to click on OK. Now, once I have done that, once I have registered myself as an applicant under an organization name, the primary user of my organization will also be receiving an email that CF test applicant has created a user account under your organization name. So here, what we are going to do is we are going to log in to the admin side and look at a few enhancements in relation to this particular functionality. Let's go to the administration tab. I just mentioned that there will be an email sent to the primary user of an organization or all the primary users of an organization where I have registered myself under. So under Global Notification Center, what we have done is we have added that email template that can now be customized as per your process. So there we have organization new member registration. You're allowed to go in, make changes, add your organization name if you wish to, use the merge fields, click on update and save the changes. So we are also giving you the option of customizing the email template that will be sent out to all the primary users of an organization when another member of the organization registers themselves on the website. Now, there is another functionality for our grants platform. That is managing organizations. And I'm sure a lot of our grants platform users are going to be extremely happy looking at this. Now you're allowed to manage your organizations. That left-hand side, you can see the names of the organization that are present in the system. You're allowed to delete them if you're no longer funding them, but make sure that there is no data that is associated with these organizations. You can edit the name of the organization. There could be duplication of the organization. For example, there could be the hyphen that could be missing, and there could be simply a 4H clubs, an organization. You as an admin is allowed to go in and make changes on the organization name. Also, you're allowed to add new organizations onto your site. This way, you can manage the members of your organization, change the organization name, delete the organization name. So this is your entire managing your organization's portal on your site. apart from these functionalities, there are a few more functionalities that are covered in our release notes. But these are the basic ones that you can see on our site. So in conclusion, to what we have with I11.1, I would just like to say that this is just not an update. It is a leap forward in efficiency, customization, flexibility, and security. Now, we believe that these enhancements will significantly improve your application processes and your user experience. Thank you, everyone. If you have any questions, please send them out to clientsuccess@communityforce.com. We will make sure that all of your questions related to the new version and how they impact your processes and your application cycles, we are here to assist you in any way possible. Thank you, everyone.